Welcome to the How-To Studio. In this video, I'm going to show you all you need to know about Microsoft Word. This is the Microsoft Word for Beginners tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to do a text on the history of koalas. Let's say this is my project. Let's say it's a history project. Right? So if I'm gonna do this, it needs to be bigger. It's too small. Maybe I want it to be a different font style. So I can change my font style if I want to. I can just click this arrow and I can choose. You can see the different styles, how they look. And as you can see, as I'm scrolling down, you can see my text is changing the different styles. For example, this style. You can see how it changes. But my text is to the side. What if I want to make it in the middle? So you, in the paragraph section, you click center. If you want it to be right, then you click the right align. So this is how you adjust your text. So if I want my text to be in the center, just click that. But it's still too small. So what you do is you can put in the font size here and click enter, or you can actually change the font size of your text by keep clicking on this option. Or if you want to reduce it, you can just keep clicking this option. Okay, now my text looks much better. And what if I want an image of a koala bear? What if I want to put an image in here? Okay, so let's go to Google. Now I have the history of a koala bear. I'm going to get my text from here, but now I want my image. So you go to images. I think I'm going to choose, this one is cute. So I'm going to choose this one. So what you can do, you can click on it and you can right click on your mouse. And then you can click copy image. And then you want to go back and you want to insert your image, so you're gonna right click and you're gonna click on the paste option. So there is my koala. I just inserted it, but as you can see, it's too big. Now it's on the second page. I have 3 pages, so I have a blank page here. If I want to remove this blank page, all you have to do is click on the beginning of the blank page here, then on your keyboard press the backspace button multiple times. Let's do that again. And there you go. That one took a little bit, but you just have to keep repeating doing that to remove your blank space. So now, instead of having 3 pages, I have 2 pages, but I want my koala bear to be on the first page. It's on the second page. And it's on the second page, guess why? Because it's too big. It's too big to fit, so it is on the second page. What I can do is I can make this smaller. I'm gonna make it smaller by going to any corners of this koala bear, and I'm going to drag it down so that it gets smaller. There you go. So as you can see, it's smaller, and now it's on my first page because I reduced the size of it. And I can reduce the size some more by dragging this up a bit, and then I can put it to the side a bit so that my koala bear is proportional, and now it's on only 1 page. And if I want to remove this page again, I just keep clicking the backspace key, and then now I only have 1 page. So this is my first page with my koala bear, and if this is too much space, then I just click my backspace button to reduce the space. There. Now my text there is in black. What if I want another color like blue or purple or pink? So all you have to do is just highlight the text, and you're going to click on this arrow right here right beside the A. Click on the arrow, and now you see the different colors. So as you can see, I can change my color to any color that I want. Okay, let me go back because I want to show you what else I can do with this. So let's say I want a different style. I want it to look different. I want it to be unique. See, for example, there I can use this word art option. All I have to do is highlight first, And then I can change how my title looks. If you want it to be different and unique, not just a normal text, you want it to stand out, you can do that. But let's say now I want to add some text. I'm going to copy my text, so I just highlight it and then I'm going to right click and then copy, or on your keyboard you can press Ctrl and C to copy it. And then I'm gonna paste this text in my project, but I'm not gonna put it on the front page. I'm gonna put it down to the second page. So I just keep pressing my enter button on my keyboard and then I paste it in. And then you can go in and you can remove text by highlighting and clicking backspace key, or you can add new text as needed. Let's say you wanted to replace all the word that says koala and you want to put the word bear instead. So let me show you how to do that. You're going to click on replace and you're going to search for koala. Find what? You put koala here and you want to replace it with bear. So you type the word bear and you can click find next and replace. As you can see, it changed it to bear. Here I'm going to change this one to bear. So that's an example how you can easily change out words that you don't want it to be in your content. So that's a tool that you can use. Or if you, let's say you have a big document that's long and you want to see where all the words koala are, you can use this find option and you can search for koala and you can see everywhere in the document where koala is. Okay, so that's another useful function for you. Let's say I have some fun facts about koala that I want to list them as bullet points or as numbers. So I would just put my cursor where I want to list the bullet point or numbers, and I'll press this numbers so that I can put my facts. Koala means no drink. Koalas don't live in social groups. And as you can see, as I type, I click enter and then it goes to the next number. Or if I don't want it to be numbers and I want it to be bullet points instead, I highlight it and then I click the bullet point option here and I can remove this number. And if I click enter, if I put my cursor right at the end and I click enter, it gives me another bullet point. And then if I press enter again, it gives me another bullet point, and I can choose the type of bullet point I want. Maybe I want it to look more like check boxes, or maybe I want it to look like this diamond type of icon. I can change it to anything that I want. Maybe I want to get a new bullet point and I can click on symbol, and I want to have something like a flower. I can do that and then I can click OK, and then I click OK, and now I have new bullet points. So you can create basically any type of bullet points that you want, or maybe it can be something like ABC 1 2 3. You have options there to choose how you want your bullet point or numbering to be. And let's say I think that the spacing between each of my bullet points are too close and I want it to be a wider spacing. I just highlight it and then I click on this line and paragraph spacing option. I click the arrow and then I can increase my spacing. As you can see, there's more spacing. So you can do this spacing for any part of your document. All you have to do is highlight and then you click this option to increase or reduce your spacing. Here's something else that you might find useful. Let's say you have your title here, your heading title, and you want to add some type of underline on it just to spruce up your content and make it look good. or just to highlight that this is actually a heading. So what you want to do, you want to highlight your text, and then you have this option to add a line underneath it. So all you have to do, click this arrow, then click on border, bottom border, and then here is where you have the option to change the styling of the bottom border. Right now it looks like this because I styled it that way, and I'm going to show you how you can style your bottom border. So the default styling is this one. Let me show you. And you click on here, you can see it's just a single line. But if you want to change the styling to something else, just go to border and shading, and then you can choose from several options in here. It can be 3 lines instead, and you can tell how thick you want the lines to be, and then you click OK, and then you press on it. As you can see, it looks like 3 lines there. And if you want to go back in and you want to change it to something else, you can change it to something else. You can just scroll down, take a look at the different designs, and you can even change the color. What if you want it to be green? And you can change how thick you want it to be. What if you want it to be super thick? And then you click on it, and you can see how you can change the different borders. So you can make your document more creative, make it stand out, and make it unique, and so that it is easily legible. So you can do this option if you want to take your titles from these bland looking titles to something that's more stand out and makes your content pops and easy to read. In your insert tab, we have, you can insert tables, pictures, and other things. You can insert page numbers, you can insert header, footer, and we already saw we can insert different word art. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can insert a table. So to insert a table, just click on insert table, and which I like to use is you just hover over this and you can choose the number of rows and columns that you want. So I'm going to go with 3 rows and 3 columns. And let's say I have name, email, phone. Okay, so I have 3 columns here, but let's say I wanted to add in a column for maybe address. So what you want to do is in this last column, you're going to right click, and then you're going to put insert, and you're going to put insert column to the right. So that way I can add my address here, and you can put in your detail for each of these items here. But let's say I have like maybe 10 addresses to add. So what you want to do is on your keyboard, you're going to click on the tab function, and then go to the end of the row here and click tab, go to the end and click tab, and that's how you keep adding new rows. Or you can right click and then you can click insert, and then you can put a row above or below. So I'm going to put a row below, and you can do it again, insert or put a row above. Let's say I wanted a row above this one, so I'm going to go insert and row above. I want it to be green, or I prefer this green, and then you can do the shadings as needed. If you want to delete your table, then you just highlight the entire table and then you right click, and then there's the option to delete your table. Now let's go to inserting a picture. So you just click on this option here, and then you can click on this device, and then you can actually choose a picture from your computer to add to your document. Okay, so you just choose where your image is located, and then you select your image, and then you click insert. And here's your image, and of course you can adjust your image by dragging it to make it bigger or smaller and make an adjustment to your image. You can also edit your image in Microsoft Word by changing the saturation, changing the tone. Okay, so one thing that is really important when you're working on Microsoft Word is you need to save your work. This little disk, it is to save your work, or on your keyboard you can press Ctrl and S to save your work. If you have never saved your work before and this is the first time that you're saving your work, when you click on the save button, it will show you the option of where you want to save your work. So you can choose where to save your work. For example, maybe you want to change it, you want to save it on your desktop, or you want to save it in your documents. I'm just going to save mine in my documents, and I'm going to save it as the history of koalas. You can change it to anything you want, and then you go ahead and click on save. Now, as you can see, the title of your document is now the history of koala project. And if you make any changes to your document, any text change at all, you want to always make sure to click this little save icon so that it will save your work. Now let's say we want to number our pages. So to number your pages, make sure you're in the insert tab, and then in the header and footer section you're going to click on page number, and then you're going to put where you want your page number to be, whether it's the top of the page, bottom of the page. I'm going to choose mine to be the bottom of my page, and I'm going to let it be in the bottom right. So once you click that, you can see your page number being added to your page. So if you just double click here, you can see that your page number is added to each of your page. So you see page 1, 2, and 3. Now, if you want to start your page number starting for a specific page, I have a video specifically for that. You should see the video popping up on your screen right now. So if you don't want the page number to be on your first page, which is your cover page, you can start your page number from this page. So instead of this being 2, it would be 1. So you can watch that video to see exactly how to do it. Let's say you want to add a header on all of the pages and a footer on all of the pages. This is where you do it. Go to insert, and here's where you can add your header. So you just click on it, and you can choose the styling of how you want your header to be, whether it's 3 column, 1 column, or you want it to be a styling like this one, or a styling like that one. I'm going to choose the first one. So here you can type whatever text you want to type here. So I'm going to type the history of koalas. Okay, so I've typed that for my header, and as you can see, it is on the header of each page. And to make it remove these headers so I can get back into texting normally, I just double click on the page, and as you can see, the history of the koalas is on each and every one of my page. So there is an option if you want it to be different for your first page. So there's this option here if you want your header to be different on the first page. So if you click that option, you'll see that it's not on your first page, but it's on your other 2 pages, the rest of your pages. Now, if I want my first page not to have any other header, I just click this option. Or if I want to make it just something different from the rest of the pages, then I click this option and it will be different from the rest of the pages. So you have the option there. Okay, so and you can also format your headers. You can make it center align, you can align it differently as you need to. And let's do it for the footer as well. So just go to footer, and I'm just going to choose this option, and it's the same option. You can toggle it if you want it to be different on the first page. So that's how you can add your header and footer on your pages. Now I'm going to show you how you can add a link inside your document. So let's say that you want to link this link to the koalas.com website. So what you need to do is to highlight this text, and then you can right click, and then there's an option here to link, and you just click on link, and then you can put in your link right here. and then you go ahead and click OK. Now for the design tabs, we have some options for our titles. So we can choose any of these options to make our titles look more professional or more formatted. So for example, I'm going to click on this one. So as you can see, it automatically changed my title and it looked for all of the titles. I'm going to just remove this keyboard here. And I'm going to remove here. And you can see it formatted all my titles and it kept the numbering consistent. So you can just scroll through and choose any of these titles that you want for your project. And then here you can add a watermark if you want. For example, if you click on the option there, you have watermarks such as confidential, do not copy, draft, sample, ASAP, urgent. So you can choose any of these watermark, or you can also choose a custom watermark, and you can create your own text for your watermark. Let me show you how you can add a cover page. So you want to go to insert, and then you want to click on cover page, and then here you have different options for cover pages. So I'm going to go ahead and click this option. So now you can just go ahead and edit the text as needed. Just add your text in here, and again you can update the fonts and so forth that you need to update for your text. And I'm gonna put my koala picture here instead. So I'm just gonna copy this picture, but on my keyboard I just press on Control and C to copy the picture. And then I'm gonna press Control and V to paste the picture. And my picture is a little bit big here, so I'm just gonna click on it and I'm just gonna drag it from the sides to make it a little bit smaller. So now this is my cover page. Now that I have my cover page and I have my content, maybe I want to add a table of content, and I want to add it right before my content. So I want to add it in a page here, and I want to add it before my cover page as well. So I'm going to use the blank page option to insert a new page. I'm going to show you where that is. So to insert the blank page, I can put my cursor at the bottom of the cover page here. And I'm going to go to insert and click on blank page, and if I scroll down I should see a blank page. So that's how I easily create a blank page without having to click my enter key multiple times. Okay, so now let's go to reference and let's click on table of contents, and then you have a few options of how you can make your table of content look, or you can create a custom table of content, but I'm just going to choose an automatic table of content, and this one is manual. So automatic, it will pull up the data automatically for me so that I don't have to type it in. So I'm just going to choose this automatic table, and as you can see it says content. Maybe I want to write table of contents, and then you can edit as needed. It picked up the title of my heading titles, as well as it automatically added the page numbers. Now as you add more pages, it will automatically be added to your table of content when you add a new title. Now if you have subtitles, you would just need to add your subtitles in. So I have a subtitle here. So your subtitle can be anything from heading 2, heading 3, heading 4 once it's not header 1, because header 1 is the main title. So I'm going to make my subtitle into heading 2, and then I'm going to go back to my table of content here and just click update table and update the entire table. And then as you can see, there's a little indentation with my subtitle. So that's how you differentiate between the main title and the subtitle. As you can see here on my text, you have these red underlines, and these red underlines are Word's way of telling you there's something wrong with this text. It's not a normal word. Maybe the word doesn't even exist, and it's indicating that, hey, something is wrong with this text. So if you right click on your text, you see there's a spelling option, and then it shows you the different possible words that could be used instead, because Word recognizes that this is not a real word, and you can either add it to your dictionary, because maybe it's the name of your business or the name of your school, and Word doesn't recognize that name, so it picks it up as an error. So you can add it to your dictionary, or you can select ignore all, or you can choose one of the options that Word suggests. There's also some blue underlines as well, where Word highlights these words to tell that, hey, there's something wrong with this word. Like maybe it's missing a full stop, or maybe it should be a capital G instead of a common G. There's something about this text that you need to take a look at. So you can right click on your text, and you can see it's a grammatical error, and it's saying you might have forgotten a full stop. So you can select this option. This is the suggestion that Word is given. You can accept it by clicking on this, or you can ignore it. This concludes our Microsoft Word tutorial. So if you're interested in Microsoft Excel or Microsoft PowerPoint, I do have videos on that. So please check out my channel, check out my other videos. Like this video, give it a thumbs up if it was helpful for you. Also, please subscribe and join our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.